live here at the mighty 147. I am Robin F. David. I am AKA RFD, and I am really excited that it's Tuesday morning. It's the top of the hour, and we are ready to have an amazing show here today. So, if you are driving in your car, I'm ready for you to tune in. Tune in. You don't want to miss our guest and our show today. I am super hyped. So, first of all, I want to thank everyone for joining me this morning. Joining me, and I have an amazing guest in the green room. Kimora, the boss, is here with us, and we can't wait to bring her in. But before we bring her in, we got to do our little morning wake up and get ready for Tuesday. And first of all, first I want to thank my listeners and followers from Facebook, YouTube, but I also want to thank I want to thank my sponsors for always being faithful sponsors and contributing to the RFD Talk Show. So we want to thank Shave Me Down Handmade Body Butter. And it is something that you can purchase right here on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, or if you're not on Facebook and you're listening on the radio station, tune in to Facebook and you can order your own Shave Me Down. Let me share a little bit about my Shave Me Down this week, because we're getting ready for spring, and yesterday was the first day of spring. I got to tell you guys, you got to get some Shave Me Down. It's great for your heels. If you're ready to put your sandals on and your heels are a little rough, you better get you some Shave Me Down. I've been putting it on my heels and my elbows. It is such a good cream, and it comes in different fragrances. So definitely reach out to Shave Me Down or email Shave Me Down at shavemedown06@gmail.com, or you can also find it on Facebook. But our next sponsor I want to thank is Majestic Elegant Candles and Company, which is 100% soy wax candles, and it is really one of the best candles to have to start your day or end your day. It's a list of fragrances. You definitely want to check out my signature candles that are produced through the distribution center, which is lavender, and I have the peppermint candle. So if you want to order one of the RFDs Sacred Balance candles, definitely order that as well from Majestic Elegance, and the website is livemajestic.com. So we're so thankful for the sponsors, and also we want to ask you guys, if you're following right now and you're on YouTube, please subscribe and like and share this feed right now so that other people can tune in today and get this wonderful, juicy, terrific tips on how to be all you need to be in business. I can't wait to bring on our guest, because she's going to tell us about how this Tuesday's tips are going to tip us into a new season and get us ready to be rock and roll in our influence in our businesses. So hold tight for that. Now, again, before we start, I always got to talk about our breath work, right? So every other weekend on Sundays, I have a program. It's called Breath Work. It's healing from the inside out. It's meditation. It's important. And we'll do our three deep breaths. But first, I want to invite you to April the 2nd, 8 p.m. That's Central Time. So Central Time is 9 o'clock Eastern Time. But I actually have been having women from all over, and men are welcome to do meditation. And it's a Sunday session. It's about 45 minutes. We'll do breath work. We'll do affirmations. We'll set our intention for the week. And it is a great way to calm yourself, relax yourself, help with anxiety if you're having sleeping challenges, all those things. Breath work helps you become present with your body, with your mind, and your thoughts. So if you're ready to get centered and you're ready to live an abundant, peaceful inner life, and you want to look within, you want to tune in April the 2nd at 8 p.m. You need to register before 8 p.m. on Sunday, April the 2nd, and register. You can DM me on RFD Talk You can email me at rfdtalk@gmail.com. Or you can also Zelle me at rfdtalk@gmail.com. I'm taking Zelle payments now. I'm switching from Cash App to Zelle. I like the Zelle. It took me a little while to understand, but I like the Zelle transition a little easier. It goes right where it needs to go, and you don't have to transfer it to the bank and all these other things. So I am now asking you guys to support me through Zelle. And so if you are interested in learning what breath work is, or if you're a beginner in meditation, tune in. So we're going to get ready to take 3 deep breaths. That's what we do before we go into the RFD Talk show. So you want to get yourself centered. If you're driving, you don't want to close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes to take deep breaths and to get present with yourself. What I want to share with you, it's important to get awareness. It's important to center. It's important to just remember that your breath of life is everything. It holds your body, it holds your thoughts, it holds your action. If you don't have a breath and you haven't tuned into your breath, then you are missing life. So we want to stop and get aware and get tuned in, and then get your pens and papers if you're home, because we're going to be introducing our guest next and you don't want to miss her. So let's take these 3 deep breaths with me. And all I'm going to say is inhale and exhale. And you inhale whatever you need, right? So you can inhale peace if you want to inhale prosperity, if you want to inhale joy, whatever you want to inhale, and just release whatever is not servicing you. Just let it go. Let it go. So let's do 3 deep breaths. And all you're going to hear me say is inhale and exhale. Let's go. You ready? Let's go. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. You did it. Now you are present with yourself. You are ready to move into. So we have some great people on saying hello, greetings. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I know you all are waiting and you're waiting for the beautiful queen in the waiting room. Yes, thank you from Dayton, Ohio. All the love coming in from Dayton. So I am excited to tell you guys we have an amazing guest. And so after we took those 3 deep breaths, we want to go ahead and invite our guest, Kimora. Kimora, the boss, is in the blue room. Welcome, Kimora. Thank you for being here. Thank you for waiting through some of the challenges we had this morning. We're so happy to have you. Hello. Tell the viewers a little bit about who you are and what you do. So I am ready to, I want to tell them more about you because I want them to know that you are my assistant. But go ahead and share who you are.
Yes, so I am Kimora the boss. I am a social media digital marketer and manager. So I manage several social media pages and also market different brands. Another thing I do is I have a podcast where I do live shows, and basically what I do is I interview people from different industries of business, and basically we talk live to give the audience time to ask questions and things like that in regards to those specific industries, just really to show representation among the minority community, to show them that we do more than just play basketball and do music. So I enjoy that as well. And then on my Sunday show, which just recently started, called Brand Out, I teach you how to use your Facebook or your social media to your advantage in regards to finance.
Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. So where do we start with the questions? Do we have any questions, call-ins? If you want to call in and have any questions today, we'll be so happy for you to call in. Our call-in number is 615 227 1470. So if you want to call in, if you want to leave your comments for Kimora. So Kimora, you were saying the boss that as a media, I heard you. say that you wanted the world to know that we're more than just basketball players. I heard that. That
Yeah.
resonated with me. That's important. And so you're helping businesses, small businesses, get their brand out there. And
Yeah.
you also do that with social media. So, what made you get into this field of helping small businesses, Black businesses, get in the position to brand ourselves and get our message out there? What was that thing that caused you to do that for us?
So, in regards to my live show and my podcast, what it was originally supposed to do, it was supposed to, I was in business school at the time, getting a business degree, and I didn't have an end game. Like, I had no idea what I was going to school for other than the knowledge. Like, I knew I wanted the information and to have the piece of paper, but I wasn't sure exactly what kind of career I wanted to go into. So the best thing I thought to do was to ask people who were already in that position. So that's where my show came from. And then it also gave me the opportunity to learn how to speak better, because I feel like over time, just talking to your friends and family, you tend to have what I look at as a lazy mouth. So you don't really, enunciate your words as well as you would have to in a public forum. So that was another reason why I started. Another thing was, I had started a business. I had a hair business initially, and in that hair business, I didn't necessarily feel supported in that time. So I thought I would give other companies what I felt like I wasn't getting in regards to supporting them. That's really how I learned the social media management side, because I had to build my ground and my brand. Excuse me, I had to build my brand and my company at that time from the ground up. So I had to create my own website. I had to do my own pages and things like that. And I remember thinking, like, this sharing, like trying to get my business out here on social media, this is a whole job. So I decided to make it a job.
Wow, wow. So that is awesome. I see, I get it. So one thing led to another, and you are very about
Absolutely.
passionate about once you started applying it to yourself. I love what you said. First, you had to realize what was important for your own needs as a business, and you were figuring that out. And then once you decided what you needed, then you knew what you can offer. And that brings me to, if we can just a few other things that we do here on the RFD Talk Show. We talk about the word for the week, and one of the words for the week, it was just resonating with me that the word for the week is service,
Mhm.
right? And so when I think of your company, I think of a service that you offer. You came up with a service. And when I think of the definition of service, and it's so interesting because before I had you as the guest, I had already had the word service, and it resonated with me today. I was like, wow, I feel like this is a, a very divine session that I'm having here with you, because I was like, service to me was, in the way I looked at it, was something that you offer to other people, and you have to be mindful that
Mhm.
you have a gift, a talent, or something to serve other people with. And so when I think of your business, you have a great service that you offer.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So yeah, so that's our word for this week is service. So I just want to put that out there today, because while we're talking about all the services that you have, so
Mhm.
one of the services you do for others besides your amazing fun podcast, can you tell what days is your podcast available for us?
Yes, so every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and that would be 8:30 p.m. Central. So you can always check it out. I have so many different people from all over the United States that come on, and they're talking about their business. They give a little bit of information in regards to how they got into it. Sometimes we can, kind of dig and get a little bit further into their business. We can ask them, like, so how much did it cost to get you started? Like, what do we need to put down? So it's a lot of fun. They enjoy being there. My audience and the wonderful people who watch, all of the viewers, they love the information that they're getting at the time. So it's definitely an awesome show. people can come on, they pretty much promote their brand and promote themselves. As long as you're willing to answer the questions that are being asked by the audience, that's the only thing I ask for in return.
That is
Just answer
great.
the questions.
That's awesome because that's important that you
Mm-hmm.
have a dialogue with your podcast. You're saying that when your people come on, ask the questions because this is not just a monologue. We're having a dialogue. You want the feedback gives you information on what they're getting. So,
Yeah.
so that's important. So great. I'm excited. So everyone definitely want to jot that down. Make sure that you are tuning in. And how do our listeners find your podcast?
So you can go and watch it on YouTube. It's called Talk That Shit Live. You can go to YouTube and watch it on there. You can also go to my Facebook on Kimora the Boss, or also the Boss Incorporated, which is my social media digital marketing page on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Great, great. So you have a podcast, and you also have a marketing digital page. So tell us a little bit about what it means to be an influencer and what it means to have social media influence. Can you tell our listeners what that means and how you well the next question will come from that. So what
Okay.
does it mean to be an influencer?
For me personally, it means that I want to make sure that I'm providing content that the people want to see, that my viewers and my audience, and I don't really call them followers, I more so call them friends, that they want to see. I'm going to make sure that I'm always excited. My energy is up a lot of, because people are aware of my brand being primarily geared towards being this, this woman who's from their same community, who goes out in their community and actually is seeking out networking events in regards to business. Because a lot of younger women, when they think of having fun or being lit, as we would call it, they think like the club life. Well, my excitement and the movement that I do and the motion that I have is going to be in regards to business networking, just to kind of show people like it's out here. So when you see my show and you see my page and things like that, you're seeing me at poetry events, you're seeing me at networking events, you're seeing me talking business, you're seeing me meeting with other people who want to talk business. I feel like a lot of times we we talk about wanting, what is it called, gold friends, where we want friends that have goals and things that they want to do, but we can't necessarily find that group of people. I just say move to the next room because they're there, and I'm gonna show you them on my page.
Yes, yes, you do. You do a great job at being very um, transparent and making your fans and followers friends. I love what you just said because and that's what people are looking for, the gold friends, right? Because
Mhm.
friendships are really your network, right?
Right.
And so that's very important as an influencer, that you're getting out there, meeting the people, getting to meet them at where they are, celebrating them where they are. I love following you on your pages, and I really enjoy watching you out on the red carpet. I call you my little Wendy Williams, right? I'm like, she's just
Yeah.
a little Wendy Willie. I said Wendy Williams may be on her wrestling side in this whole, getting out there on the red carpet, meeting people. And, some people have their opinion of Wendy, but I think that Wendy, and you have a work drive to me, like a Wendy Williams. Like you have set your intentions to service people
Mhm.
and to get their business out there. And at the same time, you're helping yourself grow your own influence and growing, yourself nationally. I feel like, yes, you are more than a local influencer. You are, to me, I see you as a national influencer.
Thank
So, congratulations that you understand what it means to take fans to friends, because some people are gold, right? And some
you.
people, you need the gold in our lives. So I love the way the analogy that you use there as making your fans and followers to friends. That's
Yeah.
awesome. congratulations to your influence that you have. I like to say that you have been really great. I recommend you when you said you also take and do social media work for other people. Can you
Mhm.
tell people what type of work does that mean to be a social media digital assistant?
So typically what I do in regards to social media management and assisting is I would basically create an entire page for my client. I create their total experience based off of their personality, based off certain things that they would tell me in regards to what their brand is. So I basically streamline all of their content to meet their brand. Everything that you see on any of my clients' page has been built from ground zero. So it's not necessarily like I go and I copy and paste. It's more so like I actually build each piece of content. I create the background, everything that I have. And they pretty much just send me as much content as they want to be added. And I create their brand and try to really stick to it and streamline to what they want. Um, I feel like I have during the time of doing it, I've met like some amazingly powerful women and just people in regards to doing that, including yourself, of course.
Oh, well, thank you. I am honored to be a part of your uh, people who you serve and help with digital services. I want to tell my radio listeners, YouTube listeners, and followers, and friends and family, I couldn't do half of the things I do if it wasn't for Kamaria the boss, because she makes it happen when I am not in, position to post. I just send her what I need to send her. And yes, that's exactly what you do. You make my life a lot more easier, and I can get back to what I need to get to and work on what I need to get to. So I like to tell all my family, friends, and followers who see my posts, a lot of times I give her what I got, and I give her my best, right? And she, and
Mhm.
then she'll send it out, and I'm like, wow, sometimes I even think she's in my head. Because I look at a post later on when I'm working on some projects or working on, I am by trade, I'm a licensed nail tech, so I still presently part-time work in the nail salon. And then I'm also an advocate in the community for violence and learning how to help mothers and children thrive through gun violence. So with that, with projects that I have on the side that I enjoy, I really, really appreciate everything you do for the RFD Talk, right? Because I'm telling you, I don't know if I could have made it through some of the days where I was like challenged either physically, mentally, or just with time. So thank you again for all that you do. So I am recommending you to all of the listeners. You definitely want to check out her website, and I'm streaming her website, but I will say it for the listeners is D-A boss, the boss, whereas I'm just gonna spell it, well, the boss management, a
Mhm.
media management square dot square. Say it for the listeners. I wrote it here, but I'm like, how am I saying
You're
this?
perfectly fine. It is uh, the Boss Inc. Media Management at squarespace.com.
Okay,
And I can
great.
put that in the comments if you guys want to see that. Or you can always contact me through the Boss Incorporated or the Boss Inc. on Facebook as well as Instagram.
Great. We're gonna take a short commercial, and we'll be right back with the boss. We'll be right back.
Are
Thank
you
you.
60 plus and love to travel? Introducing the Senior Travel Discount Network, brought to you by Low Cost Airlines. Call us anytime, day or night, and save up to 75% on your airline and hotel reservations. We can help you save a ton of money to fly almost anywhere. We have inside discounts on over 500 airlines and 500,000 hotels worldwide. And when you call and mention the discount code 60 plus, we'll give you an extra free night with your qualified air and hotel reservation. Now you can get the best prices on air and hotel reservations with your phone. We make it easy and fast for you to save money and book a trip. Remember, call the Senior Travel Discount Network. Mention the discount code 60 plus for your free hotel night with your qualified reservation. Call now.
210-503-9283. 210-503-9283. 210-503-9283. That's 210-503-9283. Are you in bad pain? You know what I mean. Your knees hurt. Your shoulder hurts. Your elbow and back are constantly killing you. And I'm sure you've tried every pain pill or cream available at the drugstore. Am I right? Well, here's something you haven't tried. Pain Magic. Pain Magic is not available at any drugstore. The only place you can get it is by calling the special toll-free number I'm about to give you. And to make things even better, call right now and find out about our buy one, get one free offer. We're so confident it'll work for you that we offer a free bottle with your purchase. No prescription required. Call now to learn how you can get Pain Magic and get rid of your pain. Remember, your results may vary. 800-221-2261. 800-221-2261. 800-221-2261. That's 800-221-2261.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back. Welcome back to RFD Talk. I am here with the lovely Kimora, the boss, and I am so honored to have her here with us. And I'm going to have her join us if you have a couple more minutes on sharing a little bit more about yourself. But also, one of our subjects today is I always talk about on Tuesday. We talked about the word, and the word for this week is service. We did say that. But I also want, if you got a couple minutes, Kimora, can you share with us, your small wins? We like to talk about that here on the RFD Talk Show. And since I have you here live with us, do you happen to have any small wins that you want to share about as an influencer and a social media business brand developer and media person? Tell us, what are some of your small wins?
So I would say this week, my win is definitely going to be about just remembering myself. And when I say that, it's like it's very easy once you get around people who have business and have been doing business for a certain amount of time in their particular industry, and how you see how wonderful they are, and you see that they have a lot of support and a lot of people behind them, and it's easy to start to compare yourself and your work ethic and think like, I gotta work harder, I gotta push harder, and things like that, and the comparison. So this week, I feel like I found myself doing that, which started to kind of cause a little bit of like self-doubt. Like though that self-doubt started to creep in to where I'm like, am I doing enough? Can I go harder? This, and that. So what I had to do is I kind of had to shut myself off a little bit, and then start to really like look at certain things in regards to my own business, things that because I may be looking at that competition or looking at this other person and comparing myself to what have I stopped doing for myself, because before I met this person, I was great. You know what I mean? So after meeting this person, now I feel like there's something that I could do better. So I had to get to the point of getting back to myself, getting back to my business, getting back into my own personal square, and realizing that, yes, there are certain parts of my business and things that I want to do in regards to me that I want to discipline on. So let me work on that and be motivated instead of comparing myself to or compare myself or my business or my skills to someone else's business or skills, if that makes sense.
Oh, it does make sense. I love where you are, and that's very important. As a CEO of your business, I would definitely say that that's very important to always.
Got a caller?
Oh, I have a caller. Hold on, we have a caller. Hi, hello, caller. Welcome to RT Talk. How can we help you today? What's your question?
Hey, I was just calling about your show. Just wanted to talk to you guys.
Oh, great. So would you like to ask me or Carmaria, the boss, a question about service or anything about your social media? What question would you have for us today?
To be honest, I don't have a question, but I really like you guys.
Oh, well, we thank you for calling in and telling us that you like us. We appreciate you making time to call in.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Yes.
But we appreciate that. Someone called in and told us they really like our show. Thank you. That was, kind. That was a kind call in.
Yes, it
We
was.
appreciate that feedback. Thank you, listeners. We appreciate you all being here. You could be anywhere else in the world at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, but we appreciate you, friends. And I like to say you're my family as well, that stand by my side through this whole process of radio, podcast. It's fun, but I really appreciate each and every one of you who make the time to replay, to take the time to follow, listen to this later on, take the time to call in and comments means a lot to us. So thank you again.
Yes.
And I want to go just piggyback on that again. It's so very important to not to compare ourselves. And sometimes we do lose ourselves. And that's what I always have to remind myself as well. So I think you're in the right place at the right time. And that's important to stop, breathe, reassess, because of course that's what I do. I get there too sometimes where I forget to just focus on your own great stuff, right? And not get so go get so like, well, so and so they doing this, their radio show doing this, and their podcast doing this. But no, just really focus on what you give. And that's what I was talking about in service, like really focusing on what do I serve, and am I serving it in my best, right? Am I really present with how I'm serving, and am I doing what I need to do that's on my plate? So congratulations that you understand that your only competition is with yourself, right?
Yes.
You don't have any other competition, right?
Exactly.
I tell myself that a lot. Like, why am I worried about what they're doing when the best thing is to focus on yourself? So congratulations. That's a great win. I'm so excited to have you on my team and have you at that place where you are. Again, I like to say one of my wins for this week is I got to go to yoga. I went to yoga for almost 4 weeks now. And so yoga has really been good for me, because for me, if some of you watch the show, I am I'm a holistic healing coach, a holistic healing coach. I just want to share for some of the viewers who are not aware of what a holistic healing coach is. I focus on grief, loss, and I focus on your whole well-being, right? Your whole emotional well-being, your whole emotional positive intelligence. And we're all have these things that sabotages, right? But for me, as a coach, I teach on modalities, right? I teach on why it's important to be still, why it's important to be in touch with your breath, why is it important to hear what your body is saying, why is it important to create boundaries so that you can feel safe, loved, and accomplished. And so I am the one who talks about the whole person, your mind, body, and your spirit. Because if your spirit is not happy, or if you got bad thoughts, it affects your body. If you're in contact with bad association, it affects your focus. So I am the holistic coach. I'm looking at the whole you from the inside out. What has happened from the beginning, from 0 to 5? Why does it keep showing up? And how do we move through that? So what I do is I am here to help you. I am here to help you with your future goals, right? So if you need a therapist, that's a person who may be struggling with their past, right? If you're struggling a lot with your past and you haven't have resolution with some of the pain in your past, I would recommend you to a therapist. Those therapists help you, and the therapist can also give you medication if needed, right? But a life coach, I am here to be your soundboard. I'm here for you to tell me, because you already know, most of us already know what we want to do. So I'm here for you to tell me what you want to do, how you want to feel whole and complete. And then I am here to be your accountability partner. So if you ever need a coach and you need help with moving through loss, grief, breakup, reinventing yourself, and stop the sabotaging, thinking that you got to be something that you're not. I'm here to help you with those things. So thank you for sharing your wins with us today. And my win for physical yoga, what I've learned with yoga is that the body is really a gift that God give us, right? You got to live in it with yourself with yourself forever. It's always going to be you and your body. And if you have goals and dreams and you're not taking care of your body, then your goals and dreams ain't going to have nowhere to live, nowhere to show up, and not going to be able to serve people in the capacity, because your body is a gift. So that's what I talk about. So thank you for letting me share that part. And Grand Risings, is that Mario? I think that says Mario. Grand Risings. Thank you. High vibrations. Absolutely. You
Yeah.
have to create those.
Also, I did want to say something in regards to your coaching and the things that you do that that I have learned about you through me assisting you. I feel like at the end of the day, your coaching is kind of like a football coach who has won the Super Bowl back in his day, and now he coaching the team. Like, I just see you and it gives me so much inspiration. I love your tagline. Hello, beautiful people. That's like my favorite thing. Every time I talk to you, every time I talk to her, guys, that's the first thing she says is hello, beautiful. And for some reason that makes my energy go up. So just knowing, like, when you were in the game and things were going on with you, to actually see you become such an amazing coach is so inspirational. Like, it's super crazy inspirational to see, like, you smiling and you happy, even though, some of the things that you have had in your past, and for you to be able to be a facilitator of other people and getting them to where you are, where I see you are personally outside of the cameras and everything. It's like such an amazing inspiration. Like, I can't have a bad day when I talk to you.
Oh, thank you.
Even
That
if I
was so
want
kind.
to, I cannot.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I
Mhm.
appreciate those words of inspiration to me and encouraging me. I appreciate that. Yes. And she gets to see me, guys, off the camera. She gets to see
Yes.
RFD. And RFD, I do have a process. I have a process. I have my intimate circle. I have my circle that's outside of my associates. And then I have my followers and my friends. And I had to learn to create those boundaries. And definitely because I have had I teach about loss and grief, because loss and grief has been a whole thing for my entire life. It's not been and just I am positive, and I am a person that believe in divinely healing, wholeness. But I also have had some really dark hours and days and moments. And so thank you for reminding me that I remind you of a coach that did Super Bowl. I love
Yeah.
it. I love that. I won't forget
Mhm.
that, because yeah, I had to have a lot of I had to have a lot of failure to be where I am today, and a lot of emotional experiences to really honor who I am today, and understand that we are little gods, right? We're little gods on this earth, and we're doing kingdom business as we serve one another, and as we heal our own self through being mindful and remembering that you know you're still worthy no matter what you've been through. You might have lost some things, you might have lost some loved ones, you might have been mistreated. I always think about the value of $100 bill. It can get all crunched up, it can get tore up, it can get put all different places that the $100 bill goes, but the $100 bill never forgets its value, right? It's still $100 bill. And that's what Most High always remind me of, through my experiences, which have not been all good and all pretty experiences. And but you're still valuable, and that's what's important, to remember that you're worthy, and that your worthy does not have to do with your car. It doesn't have to do with your house. It doesn't have to do with where you are right now, but you are always worthy. So thank you for reminding me that I'm that cheerleader for that person that needs that cheering on, because
Mhm.
I still appreciate you. So tell us a little bit about your personal self. You are an amazing influencer, social media leader. You're helping people get their business out there. You're networking every day. But so behind all this beauty and smart and brains, tell us, do you have children? I do know that, but my listeners might want to know a little bit about your personal life outside of business. Tell us a little bit about the children and how many children you might have.
So I am a mother. I have 3 children. Technically, I have a son and a daughter, and I also have my niece who is now my love child that has come to me. So I have 3 teenagers. It gets crazy.
Oh yeah, with 3 teenagers.
Yes, I have 2 teenage girls. Like I thought it was just gonna be one for a minute, and then I got hit with 2. Now it's like I don't know. 2 teenagers at the same time is just a lot.
Oh, let me share with you, girl. I'm glad I am your coach and you are my business partner. You are my media coach. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I had 3 teenagers at one time, and I remember a brother in my church. I was young when I got married and had my children, all that fun stuff. And I remember meeting this brother at church one day. Sis, I got this piggyback on that real quick. And he was like, "Hey, Sister Robin." I said, "Hey," and he said, "How's those kids?" I said, "Fine." He's like, "Well, you got stair steps because my first 3 are back to back, right?" And so they ain't even like a year apart, right? And so one of them they call them. My son would call them Irish twins because they're 11 months apart. I don't recommend nobody to do that, but 3 teenagers. My heart is going out to you with 2 teenage girls because I remember him saying, I'm trying to get to that point. He said, "Sister Robin, may the Lord be with you with 3 teenagers." And I walked away and I like, because I used to be like, so naive when people be like, "Bless your heart," I would be so naive, girl. I was like, "Oh yeah," I was just so naive to what sometimes people would be just saying smart things to me right in my face. And I was like, "Did they just say that to me?" But then I catch it later. And I was like, "Oh my God," when they all hit 13, 14, and 15, I was like, whoo, 12, 11, 12, and 13. I was like, whoa. And all their whole feelings and who their personality was, that's a lot right there. So I send you all good vibes, good vibes, good vibes. And you'll get through it. And I made it through, you'll make it through. But I tell you, at the same time, when you say that, I remember him saying, "Sister Robert, you're going to have all those teenagers at the same time." And I was like, yeah. But you'll live through it. They all are doing well. I'm so grateful for my teenagers now are grown young people, and thank you, Most High, that they are doing well. So I can't imagine being a mother now with all the great things that's going on in the world that challenges our parent skills and having to be really involved with our children a lot differently now. So yeah, I am a Super Bowl retired teenage mom, but
see, this is the thing that might get people is like, yes, I have teenagers, but I'm a social media influencer and I do a lot of things with social media, but my kids aren't allowed to have social media. So they don't have social media while I'm like work on social media. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot of adults on here. To me, social media is like taking a kid to a nightclub for me, so they don't have social media.
Well, listeners, I love what you just shared with our listeners because you being a social media influencer, but you have created boundaries. And I think that's a point that you mentioned as a young mother, raising your family and doing your business to the next, excellence and elevating your business to service people. It is a challenge. I told my son that one time, and he had to come back to me. He said, "Mom, you're right. It is a challenge raising children with social media now. We didn't have that when I was, raising those teenagers was enough at the time. But social media didn't come into play until a lot more into my second set of children. But then they even were." My second set of children were pretty wise about social media. They was too. But I would say that to say it is a good. So you set those boundaries. Do they get online anytime to do any? I know they do homework online, but they don't have any like the TikTok pages and all that stuff.
It's more so like my son, he's 17, he has his video games. So he talks to people from different places as he's playing video games. My daughter, she plays Roblox and things like that. So that's to them, they feel like that's what they need because it keeps them in communication with their friends who are not necessarily here. But like Facebook, Instagram, and all of that, I never thought the need for it. So they never had it, so them not having it now doesn't really affect them. Even if I was allowed to allow them to have it at this point with them being teenagers, it would kind of be like an afterthought because it wasn't something that they are used to, and they talk to their friends in different cities and different states on their other platforms, like the video game and her playing Roblox.
I love it. I really do love that. I think that is appropriate social media building friendships at their level. And that's important. I think some of the listeners might have needed to hear that because some of the listeners may need to practice some of these things with their own children when it comes to social media, because it is difficult once you don't have those boundaries in place and your kids get exposed to things that I would think would be like mind changing or bothering some, or it could cause problems. I've seen a lot of unfortunate things happen with young people online. So congratulations to you. It sounds like you are a very good mother as well. And so I know some of the listeners and viewers, they probably want to know, are you single or are you dating? I'm sure
Yes.
some of the listeners would like to know.
Yes, I am single. I am like, I'm kind of just tipping my toes into the dating pool a little bit. I just been dating for probably like the last 2 or 3 weeks, I would say. I've been kind of like trying to get back into it. I'm a very busy person, and I'm learning that me as an entrepreneur and I have to discuss my needs as an entrepreneur when it comes to relationships, because entrepreneurs have different needs in relationships than a person who can go to work, clock in, and get off at a certain time. Me, I have clients that are in different area codes that might need to call me at 10 o'clock at night. So
I love
I
this.
understand that.
I love what you're saying. So listeners she is available. She's open to dating, but I definitely want you to, I do love what you shed a light on, because that's the thing. Of course, I spent 3 decades in a relationship. He's an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs, my ex is an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs do have a way that we flow. We have different creative hours. We have hours where we're flowing, and hours that we're sleeping, and hours that we get up and work in the middle of the hour. So I definitely know that that's important to find someone in your favor of respecting you as an entrepreneur, because that's true. People who go to work from 9 to 5 is different. And we're not knocking the 9 to 5, because we need our 9 to 5ers, right? Our 9 to 5ers are very important to do a lot of great jobs in our community, but 9 to 5 is different because I think about that. You finish and you have dinner and you do it all over again, but you have this regular routine. And as an entrepreneur, your routine is not always regular. You got to like make calls when you didn't want to plan on making a call, or somebody's calling you at the top of the hour early in the morning, or even late at night. You're like, really? Are you contacting? But you got to finalize something. Well, sorry, this is why I got to finalize it at 10 o'clock at night. I'm sending you my bio. Like yesterday, I had to send a bio before I went to bed, because I'm invited to a radio show. And she was like, can you make sure that I get your bio? Now the whole week is halfway past, and I'm like, I'm sending her a bio at 10 o'clock at night. Forgive me to her husband and her family, but if she get a little dink, that's RFD sending her bio 10 o'clock at night. You're like, you know what I'm saying? So yes, we do flow differently as entrepreneurs, and we do have to have that person to understand that. So I agree with you, as I am in that same boat of really understanding what it means to have same values, same interests, understand our interests and our values. And that's important. And so you can stay flowing as an entrepreneur and do what you do and enjoy what you do. Because for me, I had a friend, and I told that my friend, past friend, I was like, only thing between me and you, buddy, is I love what I do. You know what I said? And like the only relationship I'm having right now is that I love what I do, right? And so you're gonna have to be right in that place when I love what I do, because I mean, life is how it is. If you have inspirations to be something and do something, you don't want nothing stopping you at a certain time. And no one, and love would understand, right? Love understands that you are doing emails at 10 o'clock at night, or love understands that be up at 5 and do the emails.
Right, but what I think now I'm getting to the point of understanding that when I meet a person and we're dating, I have to also on my side be able to voice those needs, voice the fact that okay, this is not going to be regular. Like you're going to be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm going to say working. And then you're going to ask me a couple hours later and I'm going to say working. And then you're going to text me a couple hours later and I'm going to say working. You might as well just call me and talk to me while I'm working cuz I'm working.
I love it, girl. This is so true, right? And I tell you about being an entrepreneur and as a woman entrepreneur in the new world that we live in. I am not big on texting me all the time. Like I
Yeah.
will text and say yes, hello, and bye, and good, thank you. But a whole conversation, I'm not a conversationalist with texting. So I get what you're saying. Being able to tell the person, this is who I am. I'm working. If you want to have a conversation with me, you can call me at this time. We can have this conversation. But then the conversation is done because I'm going back to work.
Like there's no
I know. That's
time that
why.
I get off. Like a person being like, "What time you get off?" I don't know. It depends on what all I have to do. If something comes up and I have a client who needs something done, like right now, I'm going to get to that.
Right. I appreciate this conversation because I'm in the same world. I told myself I'm open to love, I'm open to dating and meeting these people or person, right? But yeah,
Mhm.
um, you're working and I love what you're saying. I'm trying to go back to when you said, so I'm working, and it's like the person has to understand that, like, right, like,
Mhm.
well, you were saying like they would be an entrepreneur or understand how an entrepreneur functions in different ways. And so I feel the same way. I was trying to say something about that. I was thinking about it because it was so funny because I get it. It's like, hey, it's not that I don't want to make time for a relationship,
Mhm.
but when I'm working, and that's just it. And it's how it goes. And you don't have, well, no ending time. That's not, well, I don't like when a gentleman says, do you ever get guys to say to you, you're always so busy? How do you feel when a man says that to
Yeah.
you?
I feel like when I have a man who tells me I'm always so busy, I have to remind them that I'm building. So as I'm building, like I don't watch TV. So you want to say let's watch a movie together. I feel like watching TV while I'm trying to build something. Like I said, I have 3 children I got to take care of and not this is my sole income. So I'm going to be building, building, building until I don't have to build anymore. So I don't know what to say to somebody who says I'm always busy. If you want to hang out with me, come to a networking event. I'll see you there.
I love it, girl. I think that this gentleman, when he shows up for the Kimora, the boss, girl, I love what you're attracting. You're attracting the right person at the right time, young lady, because that's what you need. You need him to be like at the networking event with you, boo. What? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because that's an interest. That's a
Right.
value that you have. Hey,
Mhm.
you know what, I'm gonna be there, baby. You need to have your suit on. That's what we're gonna be doing. Passing out
Yeah,
cards. I'm gonna be politicking. You know, I'm gonna be talking to people,
exactly.
shaking hands. You know what I'm saying? You know what I do. Meet me there or beat me there. I love it, girl.
Right.
Congratulations to you. And I know this king, if he's on this stream yard, he better be about his business and understanding that you're about yours. And that's what a real union is about. As I have learned, a real union is about having the same values, the same
Mhm.
interests, and having a common goal together. Like, what? We're working on this together, babe. I know you're building, I'm building, or they're already built, and
Mhm.
they understand that you're building, right? So congratulations. I think that is one good thing that you as a businesswoman, I really love that about you.
Thank you.
You are very clear on what it is important to continue your brand. That's why I said, now you remind me of Wendy Williams, because I can see you all over the world teaching people what's important. You know what's
Yeah,
important, like, and even in your personal life, you understand what's important. So congratulations to that.
thank you.
You are building, and your billion flow is here. I believe you're building. I see you already in your millionaire space in place before it has even manifest in your checking account. I feel that for you, and I appreciate all the work you do for the RFD Talk Show. Um, So also, so you got three children, and you have two girls and a boy. So what else do you do if you do get any time to relax and chill besides being a great mother, open to some dating? What else is one of your favorite interests that you like?
I think like one of my favorite interests has always been to see and experience new and beautiful things. Like I am very I guess I really love vintage. I love art. I love looking at architecture that is like older architecture. Like say for instance, if I was going to get a dream house, I would prefer like an old mansion that would have to be like you know, redone up instead of buying something that's like actually brand new or something like that. So I do when I have like nothing else to do and I want to go have fun, you will find me at the art museum. I know that's kind of nerdy, but that's what I do.
Oh, I no, I love you sharing that with us. No, that's not nerdy. You know what? I think it's so good to hear. I didn't realize that you were a person who liked art as well as antique as old
Mhm.
home with the whole history in there. So thank you for
Yeah.
sharing a little of your personal life and who you are and the things that you do for us. We appreciate you. So let everybody know what we got a few more minutes
Mhm.
how they can work with you.
All right. So if you guys do need any social media management or you would like to be on my show in regards to my Thursday talk show of Talk That Shit Live to talk about your brand and promote your business, you can always contact me at Kimora the Boss on Facebook or Instagram, as well as The Boss Incorporated, DABOSSINC on Facebook or Instagram. And also, you can go to my website to check out some of the services that I offer at the Boss Incorporated, the Boss Media Management, Squarespace.com. I know it's pretty long, but you can contact me on any of those platforms, and I answer pretty frequently. Like as soon as I get a message, I typically answer. So if you guys need anything, just let me know.
Wow, thank you, the boss. We love you, girl. You are amazing. I am going to be closing the show now, but I'm going to quickly remind the guests that I am Robin F. David, aka RFD, and I am super excited to have you here today. So stay tuned every Tuesday. Tune in right here. And if you need any coaching, holistic coaching, contact me at RFD Talk com. And I am here for you. I am sending you love and light until next week. Beautiful people. Beautiful
Bye. Thank
people.
you so much for
Bye. Thank you for being here, Kamara.
WBLL, Berryhill, Nashville.
See you guys next week. Thank you.